Hey, what is going on there YouTube? This is the Gaming Guy, and today I'm going to be going through the full drop list for this week, which is week 6 of the spring-summer season. Now normally I would release a drop list video on a Tuesday and then there'd be a news video on a Monday. However, this week the news of the Vans collab has been pushed back, so we have not got that. However, instead we do have the spring tees that are going to be dropping this week. So yeah, other than that, let's just get into this drop list. There are quite a couple of decent items dropping, some not so decent that are dropping, but other than that, it looks like it's going to be a decent week. So yeah, let's just get straight into this. Okay, so like I said, there are a couple of pieces that are good, or a majority of the pieces are actually quite decent. However, there are quite a couple of pieces that I would just skip over and sleep on just because, yeah, I just sleep on them. So to kick off the list for this week, we have the Acrylic photo frame set of 2. This is one of the pieces that I was actually wanting to pick up. It's basically like a magnetic photo frame or acrylic photo frame where you can obviously put the photo inside, and obviously it's sold as a set of 2. I don't know how much they charge for this, but I'd like to pick it up if it's like something like 20 or 30 pounds or something like that. Following this, we have the metallic jacquard crew neck. I can't remember whether or not this was one of the pieces that included all of the names for where the Supreme stores are, or whether it's just got a couple of the stores listed, or if it's just got Supreme New York plastered all over it. Personally, it is not a piece for me, however I do like this sort of cream colorway. Next on the list we have the Blockbuster hooded sweatshirt. It just says Supreme 2019 and it is a embroidered logo. Personally for me, I'm not really a massive fan of this piece. Maybe the front colorway or the grey/white colorway, but apart from that it doesn't really stand out as anything special to me. So now we get one of the first spring tees, being the Cupid Tee. I personally would want to pick this up in the grey colorway because I've been wearing a couple of grey things recently, and I personally think that it looks quite nice in this grey colorway. So yeah, I'd like to pick it up in that for the personal. Following that, we have the logo denim turnout jacket. I have no idea how many people are actually going to go for this or pick this piece up. Personally, it is nothing special. It's just the repeated logo just over and over again, and that's it. Currently it has 1,000 more dislikes than its likes, and yeah, it is just not for me. Following that, we have the Reaper work jacket. This piece gave me a sort of Scream vibe, which personally I'm a fan of the Scream. However, this piece just doesn't really do too much for me, and yeah, because of that I will not be going for it. Next up, we have 2 more of the spring tees, one being the Who the tee, the other being the Ghost Rider tee. Now personally I like the Who tee, pretty much is what I'll call it. I like this piece, however I probably won't be going for it. I'd like to see what other colourways they're going to have this in, because maybe some will make more of the piece itself. I'm a little bit disappointed because I thought the Ghost Rider tee was going to be very, or just blown up in a massive sort of piece on the tee, but actually it's quite small and very almost minimalistic. So because of that, it's actually put me off from going for it. I was actually interested in the mock-ups that people had, and now it's just had the opposite effect and I do not want it at all. Next we have a piece that I've actually been waiting for from the lookbook. However, I don't know whether or not I am going to go for it. So it is a Gonz embroidered map hooded sweatshirt or map hoodie. I feel that the blue colorway, or this light baby blue sort of color, or the black colorway are just really nice in this piece. It's completely embroidered all over, and I think that's just amazing amount of detail has been put into it. At the same time though, I do have quite a couple of hoodies already, and for the price of a hoodie I could probably pick up 3 tees and probably an accessory while I'm at it. So yeah, I don't know whether or not I am or I'm not going to be going for that piece, but I think there are a couple of pieces that I do have my eye on that I will definitely be going for. Following that, we have 3 more of the spring tees, being the Riders tee, the Molotov Kid tee, and the Persistence of Memory tee. I don't think that the Riders tee is for me at all, so I will not be going for it, but I think that the graphic on the front is okay, and I do like the large spell out of Supreme. Following that, the Molotov Kid tee, I'm actually a fan of. I'm still waiting for the skateboard deck to release with this on it, as they have not released that as of yet, and I don't know whether or not I'm going to be going for this tee or whether I'll just pick up 2 tees or 3 tees or however many in the end. But I am a fan of the graphic that is on the front. One piece that I'm definitely going to be going for is the Persistence of Memory tee. The original piece or painting is by Salvador Dali, or Dali, however you want to pronounce the name, And yeah, I just think having this on a tee is really nice, and I'll definitely be going for it for the personal. So we then have the last couple of items, which pretty much they range from a lot of dislikes to not many likes at all. One of them with a lot of dislikes is the short leather Tankard jacket. This was 100% meant to release last week. I'm definitely sure of that. It did not release last week, obviously, and they're going to be releasing it this week. I'm just going to skip ahead because I gave my opinions on it last week. We then have the logo Denim Crusher. Again, it is not for me, this piece. I think that the Crusher actually looks a lot better than the work jacket that they're going to be releasing. However, it is still not a piece that is for me. We then have two more of the spring tees, being the Cozi Switchblade tee and the Keyboard tee. I don't really know how to feel about the Switchblade tee, but the same applies for the Keyboard tee. I have no idea how to feel about it, so I probably won't be going for either of them. But I do have some sort of feeling that I want to pick up a Switchblade tee, but at the same time I might just leave it alone. We then have the Gons embroidered map sweatshirt to match the hoodie. Again, I think that this set together is really nice, and having it embroidered like completely is just amazing. I think that the shorts though will probably be like above £100 or about 140 or so pounds, maybe 128, which is quite a lot to pay for shorts, but again, with the amount of effort that's gone into them, I think they'll probably be worth it in this case. We then have the drill ringer, definitely a yikes piece for me. I wasn't really too much of a fan of the other drill pieces. Some of the pieces are still in stock at this point in time, and to have a drill on a ringer for the price of probably between 60 to 80 pounds is just a yikes, so I'll move ahead. We then have the logo denim overalls. Personally, they're not for me. I'm pretty sure they'll have an appeal to some people, but personally, I'm just moving on from them, and they're just not for me. And then we have the final spring tee, being the headline tee. I still don't know what it says on the back, but I'll probably translate it when I'm editing this video, or whilst I'm editing this video. I'll probably look up the translation of the headline. And yeah, personally, this is not for me. We then have the final couple of items, being the splatter camp cap. Yeah, I'm just going to move ahead. We then have the Chanel logo 6 panel. Personally, in this pink and teal or pink and blue colorway, I think this is really clean. I don't know whether I'd go for it or not, but I do think that the pink colorway looks really clean with this. We then have the vertical stripe short sleeve shirt. Jeez. Yeah, this doesn't really appeal to me at all. And we finish off this week with the velvet flight pant. Wow. Okay. Yikes, yeah. So that is going to cover this drop list for this week. As always, comment down below what you'll be going for, or what you'll be attempting to cop, what you might sleep on, or what you will just be going for in general. Personally, I think I'm going to be going for the acrylic photo frame, the Cupid Tee, and then the persistence of memory tee. I might possibly go for that Chanel logo 6 panel, or I might just scrap a couple of the items and just go for the Gons hoodie. But yeah, we'll just have to see. I'll just have to see how I feel tomorrow and go for it at that point. But that is going to cover the video. Thank you for watching. If I'm not like great, or if I'm not looking great, I'm just shattered because I'm getting on with a lot of uni work. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for a live cop. Hopefully we can get everything's nice and easy tomorrow, and there are no problems, and they actually block some bots or something, because last week was just terrible to miss out on that, but it happens. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for a live cop. Thank you for watching. Peace.